Ladies and gentlemen, uncover the hidden gems in the Lion City, discover the new and unique experience, passion made possible. Singapore tourism. Ladies and gentlemen, the next presentation, may I please request Mr. Danzel Walter, Manager, MICE Singapore Tourism Board. He is looking after the business tourism MICE as one of the key portfolios for Singapore Tourism Board.
The things to do right in a MICE business. And it was pleasure listening to Naveen Kundo, and the questions put up by some of our travel fraternity colleagues was very relevant to the market, the challenges which we are facing right now. Before I head to my presentation, I would like to say, I don't know whether I would be able to match up to the Moscow presentation, but it was fabulous, right? And I feel like going to Moscow right away, but it was very, very beautiful. And we'll try our best to see how best we can match up to their expectation. We have been talking about the sustainability, and I think Shwetang is going to talk about the sustainability pitch in the later half of the day. But I wanted to say that we are very, very proud to achieve the Global Sustainable Travel and Tourism Destination from Global Sustainable Tourism Council. Recently, the news was out in the market, and we are proud to achieve that certification. And we have been trying hard to ensure that we follow the entire footstep. So if you could see my first slide, it says Singapore has been certified as MICE Sustainable Destination by the Global Sustainable Tourism Council. So we are the first country to receive the certification and feel super proud of it. Talking about the performance in 2022, as Raymond rightly mentioned, that we received 6.8 lakh visitors from India, and almost like 50% of 2019 figure. Which is India is definitely the second largest source market after Indonesia. The average length of stay we have witnessed has increased. Direct air connection is 16 cities now. Meeting and incentive traffic is very, very important, and that's the reason we are here at this forum, because MICE is definitely one of the segments which we're strongly pushing and looking at. Cruise has also picked up the momentum and has come a strong comeback. We are upbeat with the India MICE market. Sustainability, right, as I rightly mentioned, as we step up our effort to make the tourism industry focus on sustainability approach, we bring the sustainability in action approach to our pavilion at Satay. So we were the only tourism board to use the recycled materials at the Singapore pavilion at Satay. So we follow sustainability and we practice that sustainability angle. As I mentioned that we have been talking about the Singapore Green Plan 2030. We have received the certification. It's cut across all the verticals. We are focusing on green energy, sustainable living, city of nature, green infrastructure, building, green economy, and we are expecting even our tourism service providers by 2030 will be fully equipped to handle sustainable events. These are some of the venues which have been certified by GSTC, like MBS has achieved the ISO 2021 Sustainable Events Management System certification. Resorts World Sentosa has been certified in accordance with the Global Sustainability Tourism Council in the destination criteria. We also have Sustainable Events Guidelines Kit. So in case you need some more information about the kit, please come to us during the B2B session. We'll be able to guide you and provide you the content. We have a kit, so please ensure that whenever you're planning an event and you're looking at a sustainable angle, do follow that kit, because it was launched in the association of PCM and SASIO. We together come up with a design toolkit for sustainability. So these are some of the growing sustainable and urban wellness destination of experiences. For the conscious travelers, we have urban rooftop framing, edible garden city, green and sustainable hotels, which is Park Royal Pickering, very, very popular property in India market. We have nature and trails. We are doing indoor cycling path in shopping mall in Funan, which is a very iconic mall. Slow and sustainable fashion, Jinli Studio, wellness spa at Resorts World Sentosa. Business events in Singapore. I think this is the very, very critical part for Singapore Tourism Board in India market. These are some of the multifunctional MICE venues, Sands Expo and Convention Center. We have Raffles City Convention Center, Suntec. I don't know whether you have recently been to Singapore and checked out our fully revamped Suntec venue. It's a place to watch for, where you can host event of any size. We have Resorts World Convention Center. We have Singapore Expo Convention Center. We talk about the unconventional meeting venues. You know, most of the time, a lot of the travel agents, when they call us and ask for the unconventional venues, right, we do provide them a lot of options, but we have realized over a period of time that most of the events, whether Singapore or Dubai, it ends up happening in the hotel banquet because we don't give sufficient time to our corporates, or corporates don't give sufficient time to the agents to block the venue. And trust me, this venue, in order to have your event, should be blocked well in advance. So we have been pushing these unconventional venues, but we really need to change the ecosystem and make our corporates and agents as well educated that if you really want to do your events in some of the exceptional venues, please give us a time to plan and block these kind of venues because it's just a click away, right? And it disappears. Avatar, this is, again, the experiences in an immersive walk through the event based on the global blockbuster film Avatar, which is set at a cloud forest. This was super hit in India market. They have extended it until June 2023, but most probably they're going to have further extension until September. So when you're in Singapore, please go and visit out this experience. It's unbelievable. Southern Island Speed Tour experiences. This again, if you're a speedboat lover, you want to experience something different at Sentosa, this is the product you should look at. You can also organize your small to big MICE events on the cruise boats. They have 4 to 5 fleets of different sizes, which can accommodate packs from 20 up to 50 packs, and they can all go in one shot. So up to 200, 250 people, you can do the events on the yacht cruises with the dining and the different other experiences. I will play the video. So this is a regular speedboat. Let me show you something really different and unique. This is the Navy SEAL RHIB, right, which is a rescue boat, right, used by the Navy, right? This also you can use for your fun, thrilling experience. Let me show you the video. So these are new experiences in Sentosa, which probably we would like our MICE fraternity to push to their clients. Cruise is a very, very important segment for India, and India is #1 source market for cruising. Cruise M&I has picked up the momentum. We have seen a lot of corporates doing land plus cruise, right? So it's my humble request to all our trade partners, when you are getting a business going on cruise, try to push for minimum 1 to 2 nights in Singapore. So we have a cruise M&I program, which is really, really doing well. And when I'm talking about the cruise plus land, we are also doing a fam trip, mega fam trip, taking around 15 to 20 top agents from India, end of this March, showcasing them both land and the cruise product. We try to do with NIMA, but unfortunately the date clashes, but we are looking forward to give you all the guidance, how can we work to push cruise tourism from India. This is the interesting part. Everybody was talking about what kind of support we get from Singapore Tourism Board and how can we bring the business to our destinations. I understand that it's a very different market. It's a very dynamic market. Every destination has something on the other to offer. We also have our support scheme in support. But I just wanted to pick up a point because I was listening to the conversation where my colleague Raymond, Kiran, everybody was talking about influencing the decision. I have a slightly different take on it because we are on ground, we have been meeting corporates and agents too. I realized that yes, incentives do influence the decision because nobody has spoken about the budget and the price point. Trust me, we get a call when agents say, hey, the corporate budget is 50,000 rupees, right? Can you give 4,000 or 5,000 rupees of support? Then probably I can switch to your destination. It does play. And it's just not about talking to the agent. When we go and talk to the corporates, we get to hear the same thing. So it does play an important role at times. But yes, our scheme is very, very clear. If the destination is confirmed and locked, there is no support. And we follow a minimum standard operating time that you need to involve STB at least 1 month in advance. Even 3 works we consider as a special case. Do involve us at the early stage. The criteria is very simple. The group should stay minimum 2 nights in Singapore. If they're not staying 2 nights in Singapore, they don't qualify for the scheme. So we have 2 kind of scheme. One is the complementary experiences. That again depends upon the group size between 20 to 250. So if you have smaller group going to Singapore or thinking of going to Singapore, reach out to STB. We'll be able to give you complementary experience to the corporate. And trust me, it's very, very important. We practice compliance. It's important for the agents to involve corporate also on our communication. So the communication is very, very transparent. So we provide on-ground experiences. We have a bouquet of experiences to offer. But if you have a bigger group, 250 plus, then we give financial support to the corporate. We had been receiving feedback from the agents why the support goes to the corporate, not to the agents. But it's a good news. Now we started giving support, financial support also to the agents for securing the business to Singapore. So if you need more information, we can talk during the B2B session, but we do have scheme, cash incentive scheme for the agents too. So we have officers, like I look after Delhi and North and East market. I have a colleague, Monica, here from Delhi office. Mumbai, I have a colleague, Maisha, who sits in Bombay. And any query from South, we have an officer, Salni, sitting out of Chennai. So you can definitely reach out to them. So this is our STB WhatsApp channel. I would sincerely request all the members to please download this app, right? Register, because a lot of time we get to hear that we don't get real-time information from STB. This is very, very important. Please download. You will get all the real-time update information from this QR code, and it's important. Correct, so see you in Singapore. But before I end my presentation, I definitely would like to showcase to the trade that what STB has done in 2022, and please watch the video, right? We put in a lot of effort to engage the market, and we have been trying hard to do all kind of practices to ensure that visitor arrivals to Singapore increases year on year. So can I have the video, please?
ऊंची उड़ाने भरने ये मन चला खुद को मैं रोकूं तो रोकूं कैसे भला
Namaste, Namaskar, Vanakkam and Vandanam. Dear trade partner friends, thank you very much for making 2022 a meaningful and productive year of tourism recovery. With all of your support, Singapore welcomed 6.86 lakh Indian visitors last year, making India our second largest source market. And it also meant that we recovered close to 50% of the pre-pandemic 2019's India visitor numbers to Singapore. India was also a very key source market for meetings and incentive travel and cruise holidays. We very much appreciate your cooperation. And now, we seek your hands in continuing our partnership into 2023, ramping up our pathways to recovery together. Let's work together creatively, effectively, and with high energy for mutually beneficial results and welcome a high number of Indian travelers to Singapore.
Reimagine Singapore.
Don't you see, we have done quite a few work in 20. It's a lot for your time.
Thank you, sir. And may I please request Mr. Jain, Mr. Mukesh Jain, to please felicitate Sir, Mr. Danzel Walter, manager, and a wonderful presentation, NIMA MICE Forum 2023. Singapore, passion made possible. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. Can I